抜いて大丈夫？
いや、いいよ、キャメラ。今
キャメラね。
だけど、ここに入れてください。
あ、そっち。はいはいはいはい。
つきます。
あ、これをそっちにやればいいね。あ、はいはい。はい、ありがとう。はい。
それ本当に注意。今、コンセントが割れちゃったでしょ。下ないですね。
あ、そうなの？
触ると。
怖い。
そう、だからこれからキャメラじゃない。
青山さん。
今、下ないです。絶対触らない。
怖い。
そう
だった。
そう、だからついてけよ。だから誰がコンセント入れて、カチャン。
あ、本当。
割れたから。
はいはいはい。
Please be careful.
怖いね。
はい。Yes, they recognize you. It's from your voice. It's 石川さん。今石川さんですか？
あ、そう。明けましておめでとうございます。
This is the one they call the tea lady, right? So, what's this typo? It was a typo. What are we talking about? Did I do something wrong? Okay, as you can see, it's the first sizing session of the year. It is chilly up here. It is chilly. What are we at? It is 10 point something, 11 maybe. It said 10 a.m. on the Twitch screen. Really? No way. Sorry about that. Soka. Sorry about that. Right, what am I doing here? I don't know. I still don't even know what I'm actually doing. I've got to figure out what the paper... Yes, the paper is out. She's here. She's printing already. Usual routine. Okay. All right. A bit frantic. I'm sorry. There's just so much going on here. So much going on. What do I need? I need paper for second half of February's loot print. Not loot, I know. Two souls entwined. Just a minute. Then I need paper for Hunger Club. Excuse me just a minute, we'll get started in a minute, but just I have to, I know. Okay, that's the plan. All right. Okay, Takenaga 8 sheets, Obiru 8 sheets. Okay, sorry about that. Sorry about this. Okay, Takenaga 8 sheets, Obiru 8 sheets. Half. Sorry about that. Okay, Takenaga 8 sheets. creaking noise. It's the sizing heater. It creaks and creaks as it's coming up. It's still coming up to temperature. Part of the reason I'm waffling here is it's not ready at the right temperature. So hang on a minute. Then the kettle. She put the kettle on for her first cup of tea. I'm sure it's not her first cup of tea. Lady 0. Okay, Tucket Nugget 8 sheets. I need all beater 8 sheets. Now this one I got to figure out. This is, the paper is 600 and we're going to get 5 strips from it. So it's got to be 3 and 2 out of 600. So 600 divided by 5, right? Is 12. So 3 times 12 is 36. And 2 is 240. Let's try that. And there's a problem with this in that because there's going to be 2 different sizes of paper here, we can't stack them on top of each other while sizing. So this has got to go in 1, 2, 3 separate batches, front side, back side, front side, back side. It's so cold in here because the main reason it's so cold in here is because buildings like this have no insulation. This is a concrete wall to the outside, concrete ceiling to the outside, concrete wall to the outside, windows, single pane to the outside. They don't build buildings like this with insulation. So what's the point? I know you can fire up some kind of heater by my feet here, and I could get warm, but it just is a total absolute waste. I can't bring myself to do that sort of thing. Most Japanese use room heaters. They heat up each room. They've got an air conditioner heater in the window, pumps to outside, heats the room, and a minute later when you turn it off, everything's frozen again. It's a complete, absolute, utter waste. Okay, we've got 3 different dimensions here today. This is going to be trouble, because I can't stack them up and do them all at once, obviously. Let's do the largest one first. New buildings here in Japan, office buildings and stuff, and new buildings have insulation, of course, but this is built in the 1950s, and nobody thought anything about that like that. So what we heat, the shop is heated. It's got a giant air conditioner heater unit. The shop heats very, very nicely, and some of that heat comes up to the second floor, which we're not really using at the moment. The third floor here, the printer's room, we've sealed it off. We built a wall partway across it, and we got a unit in the roof with a heat exchanger outside. So the printer's room becomes really warm. That's no problem. This room just is not worth bothering about. Nothing we can do. Okay, let me get going here. Almost ready, I think. The bottle is glue. The bottle that you just saw me, it's glue left over from the last sizing job. Someone's asking, did I change the water? The plan was to do it January 1st. That didn't happen. Then it was going to do it January 2nd. That didn't happen. And January 3rd, that didn't happen. So it's not changed yet. Cameron and I are going to go over there today. I haven't done any work on that bench, so it's okay. Cameron and I will try and get over there today. It's been busy here. Our plan was to be closed for the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. None of that happened. We've been open, we've been up and running. None of it happened. I've just been running the shop by myself for 3 days. The reason we were here on the 1st, one of the travel companies made a mistake, and they booked some people on the afternoon of the 1st, specifically against our instructions. It's a long story. I don't want to get into it. We had no choice. I had to open in the afternoon of the 1st to take care of this family. It's a family from Denmark. They were really expecting to have this. We had said no, 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 but there was a real screw up with the travel company, which I suspect was not a screw up. I suspect they pretended to screw up just so they could fly it through. Anyway, long story short, I had to do a print party in the afternoon of the 1st. The shop was open. People started coming in. It was insane. The 2nd, the same thing. The shutter was closed. I'm in here doing work. I'm going to have a real quiet day. I'm going to do the subscriptions page update. Bang, bang, bang on the shutter around 10 o'clock, 10:15, somewhere around there. I don't even know what time it is. Bang, bang, bang on the shutter. We open it up. It's fans. What am I going to do? Say, go away. Come on in you come. And that's it. Busy, busy, busy all day. Same thing. The 3rd, the same thing. Shiba-san had told some of her friends she would give private print parties for some of her friends on the 3rd. The shutter was going to be closed. I was going to do my work. She brings her friends in. We pop the shutter open. Sap, in they come. We had one of the busiest days of the year. Busiest days of the year. I mean, even including last year, one of the busiest days of the year. So I don't know what to do about this holiday thing. I myself hate the idea of running a shop on January 1st, 2nd, 3rd. It's a holiday. It should be holiday for everybody except the shrines and the train drivers, whatever. But there it is. Society is demanding this. We're in the tourist business, and we have to be ready for tourists. So I don't know what to do. I think we have to have a little staff meeting and say, okay, this is it, guys. We can't do this anymore with you running away just to take care of your families and leave me for the rest of this. We just can't do it. So tell them now you're going to have to work next January 2nd or 3rd. And maybe we'll do a lottery or something. Who pulls the bad straw or something. So I don't know. At the moment, I've just sort of had enough at the moment of all of this. And I was hoping to get some nice days rest, but it didn't happen. So anyway, let's get to work. Where's my brush? So, as somebody says, clearly we can never close. So I don't know. But the problem is we don't have regular employees. All of our employees, except Cameron, he's a regular employee. All the other employees are just part-timers. They come and they go and they negotiate when they would like to be here and when they don't want to be here. And I can't make them work. You can't tell somebody you must be here on such and such a date. They just won't show. And if we make it too strong, they'll just quit. They're not invested in the business anywhere near like I am. So it will only work when we have regular employees, and we're still too small for that. Okay, should I do this starting in the front or starting in the back? What did we do here last time? I think I'm going to start on the back. I'll start with the back side, I think. Okay, almost ready. Almost ready. Sorry for the slow start this morning. Too much work to transport the tools. I'm not sure what you mean here. Tools, yeah, I have nothing left in Ome. There's nothing for me in Ome now at all. I have no printing station at all. The only tools I have left now, I'm carving. My carving tools are here in Asakusa, and this sizing stuff. I don't have any printing tools of my own at all now. No brushes, no barons. It all got mixed in with the staff tools. That's one reason actually why I didn't start the octopus test printing yet, because I have no place to do that. I'm not quite sure how I'm going to do that. The octopus blocks now are basically ready for a test proofing, but I'm not sure how and where I'm going to be able to do that. I've got to try and steal one of the workstations here and have a go at it. I'm not quite sure when to do that. The next 4 days now, we're full of parties and we're short-staffed still. So the next 4 days for me are... 今お湯出てよ。でも自動でオフにならないですよ。
ああ、そうだね。
ずっとずっとずっとずっとボロボロボロ。静かなお正月ですか？
そうですね。
あ、そうよかった。家で。
これもうないんですけど、ラストワンなんですけど、これ頼んでもいい？
Please don't talk to me. Talk to Cameron or you know, whatever. No, I'm not being sarcastic, but if everybody tells me I forget and it doesn't get done, I shouldn't be.
いや、お金の問題だけ。
We're not worried about that. Also, ちょっと一つお願いありますか？これはトイレットペーパーと同じこと考えてください。わかりますか？僕の娘と一緒に住んだ時にすごい大きな問題あったんです。バスルームにトイレットペーパー2つあったんでしょ。娘が両方使ったんです。だけど一緒になくなったんです。あれもうないです。片方だけ使うと終わったまた一つあります。使う始まると頼む。
あ、そうだね。だからこうやっておけばいいんでしょうかね。
2本あったんですよ。
そう。
だから一つこれから2本もらうと隠してください。
そう、わかった了解。いい？わかった。でこれ4、5本頼みます。いいですか？
もちろん。
それからバレン頼んでて。
ああ、そうか、年内に届く。そうですね。OK。じゃあ、
ごめんなさい。
じゃあ、ちょっとキャメンに言ってください。それキャメンと一緒に電話します。
OK。はい、後でね。
はい。そうか、年内にでしょ。そう。新しいバレンと6番。そう。OK。じゃあ、彼も忙しいかな？
かもね。でも言わないと来ないもん。
うんですね。はい。Sorry, no, there. Toilet paper. Talking about toilet paper. Do you know what the point was? Yeah, you got it. Yes. the paper she was talking about there. It's the it's some kind of silicone covered sheets. These come from Goto-san, the guy who makes our barons, the rubbing tools. He's got access to some kind of industrial grade. It's like a baking sheet, you know, people make cookies on it, stuff like that. Look at this frickin' piece of paper. It's going to be unusable. Can you see it or not? Can you see it? I don't know if it's going to show. There's just so many loose fibers, clumped fibers. We're supposed to get the whole sheet of paper here. There, look, you can see it, so? There's a big, huge clump of fiber there that we're supposed to be able to use right to the edge of the paper. There's about 3 centimeters here that I can't use. We pay for this stuff by the centimeter. On both ends of it, there's 2-3 centimeters that we can't use. They're just so careless with this. I'm not catching much of this conversation, I'm sorry. It's just going by too fast for me, I'm sorry. If there's something I really need to see, type it in all caps or something. I'm sorry, I just can't see what's happening there, so. Again, same thing as with every morning in the winter here. The light comes in sideways, and I need light from the front to see how this moisture is going into the paper. If there's too much side light, the paper looks too white and I can't see it. Jed's putting up designs, is he? I want to see the ones from June, July, August, September, October, November, December. They've all got to be in this week. We're really under the gun now for the printing on this new series. I don't think it's a secret yet. At the moment, there's 169 subscriptions. It's really, really taken off. We're really happy to see this. And it's okay. This is really happy, but it's really going to push our printers because these prints are way, 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 way more time consuming to make than the ones from last year, the Legendary Loot. I mean, it's like 10 times as much. I don't even know. So the printers now are just quaking. They see the order book coming up and they're quaking. Last year's subscription series was all done by one printer, Ishikawa-san. The plan was for this year's series to be done by 2, Ishikawa-san and Suga-san, back and forth. Not going to happen. Now we're pulling in 3 printers and I am running out of printers. So what we're going to do is we're going to cap this series at 200. When I say cap, I don't mean limited edition. We're going to stop taking orders at 200 and say, people, hang on a minute. Let me get this first batch of 200 up and running out, get the printers running, and if I can pull more printing staff online, we'll do another batch a little bit later, but I don't know yet. So the first cap is going to hit at 200. We will print more, but I don't know when I can do that. Because people like Suga-san, whatever, Suga-san and Ishikawa-san are going to do the first one, then they're going to move on to the second one. They can't come back and do the first one again. Not fan art, eh? Soga-Jet-san, while you're here, something to mention. Sugu-san today, she's doing New Year prints, a bunch of New Year prints, a couple hundred of those. But when that's finished later this afternoon, she's going to be making some paper wet for the first test printing of Two Souls Entwined. The blocks are sitting here, they've been sitting here for months. The natives are getting restless, so test printing starts this afternoon or tomorrow morning. Maybe she'll make the paper wet this afternoon, and tomorrow morning she starts test printing on Two Souls Entwined. I don't know if there's going to be time for a video on that one. I really don't know. But anyway, it's up and running at last. So, for those of you who don't remember, Two Souls Entwined, it's the last of the prints that we put in the Kickstarter campaign last autumn. Not last autumn, autumn of 2018. There are some people who've been waiting patiently for more than a full year. 2017, whatever, I don't even know. Now we're running out of room here. Let's get this stuff out of the way safely. Can I fit? Oh! Godzilla. Jed's working under U.S. copyright laws. I don't work under U.S. laws. We have Japanese laws. And there's no way I could use that Godzilla image. Yes, yes, yes. Go, go, go. Your team of Western printmakers. Just please don't call it ukiyo-e heroes, okay? Keep it out of that. Okay, backside. No, front side. That was the backside. This is now the front side. Did she make tea? What did she do? That's downstairs. That must be Mr. Camera.
Good morning.
Hello, hello, hello.
Saw you down this morning. Lots to do.
Yeah, there's not that much to do, but
Lots going on, I guess.
yeah, we're at 169.
Wow.
Come and say hello.
Hello, everyone.
Jed's here this morning, I think. He's still
Oh,
here.
there he is.
How are the trains? Packed out? Fourth.
Totally empty still.
Yeah, no school students yet, right? So
Yeah.
some companies are still closed today.
I think
They've
so.
given people all the
Just
way
the
up.
whole week,
Oh,
yeah.
Jesus. It's been insane.
Really?
Insane. Just insane. We were open first, second, and third. There was just no.
Wait, you didn't actually close?
We were open. Do you know about the mistake on the first, the travel company mistake? We did a party.
Oh, yeah, I knew about the
The
one.
Danish family on the first.
Yeah.
So we were open with the door. So while we're doing the party, the door is open. I can't close the shutter with kids inside the building.
Yeah.
So people started coming in. So it was hours before Kate gave everybody out. Then on the second, I was going to have a real nice, totally peaceful day,
Quiet.
do the subscription pages, which I actually did.
Yeah.
And then around 10, I don't know what time it was, not 10 o'clock, 10:30 or something.
Yeah.
I put the shutter on and I made a mistake. I left the shutter open like this far at the bottom for the air. So people knew somebody's in there. And bang, 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 bang. I come out, open it, and it's a family from Indonesia. They know about us. They go, so whatever, come in, and that was it. Shoom, look at the cash registers, whatever.
Oh,
And then Wednesday was a real. Shiba-san had asked me, can she bring friends to do private print parties for her friends?
okay.
And I had said, totally okay, no problem at all.
Yeah.
You know, use the facility to do your
Yeah.
parties with your friends.
How many friends?
The first group was 3, second group was 4, next group was 4, and they weren't. She finished the first party, did it by herself, sent them to the cash register to pay. They were normal print parties that she had booked privately.
What?
And again, with people in here, I can't close the shutter, so shutter's open. So she did 3 parties. 4 people, so I had to help her. I'm doing that. The shop is full of people. Look at the register. There's like 50 transactions. So I've just had normal. The first was kind of quiet. The second and third has just been a normal day, but we're desperately short-staffed.
Oh.
That's it from now on. That's it. No way. We gotta take a lottery like next week for New Year's next year. Who's gonna work? Yeah, because there's no way. No way.
Happy New Year, everyone. Everyone's saying Happy New Year.
I mean, we've got to recognize we are in the travel business, and when you're in the travel business, you can't close
Yeah.
during the biggest travel season of the year. You just can't do it. So the staff is going to have to come to understand that, and they've got to step up because there's no way. No way.
That's wild.
And we're still like that. The next 4 days now, we're jammed with parties, and there's almost no staff here. Me and Kawai-san are going to be doing it by ourselves for a couple of days. So we got to have sort of a meeting with the staff or an understanding that things have got to change.
Yeah. That's the same when I was working at a travel agency too, because we were booking hotels and everyone comes for second and third. That's
Yeah, I mean, that's
so
it.
it's
When
just-
you're a train driver or an ambulance driver or a hotel
Yeah.
business, holidays are not holidays, you know?
Yeah.
And our staff probably thinks they're working for a woodblock print shop, when that's sort of true, but actually they're working for a major
tourist
travel destination.
destination,
So we have to come to a new understanding, I think. Taba's on, I haven't seen her for weeks. She's still not in next week.
Yeah.
No way. So I'm okay, but just I've kind of had enough for a little bit, you know. So
Yeah. Okay, then I'll keep out of the way and do the stuff downstairs. Looks like.
yeah. Also, what I'm going to do, I'm going to call that the Australian girl. She wrote to me again. You'll see her
Oh,
email
right,
in
yes.
the box.
Yeah.
I'm going to call her and say, come in. And what I want, I'm going to put her on the second floor.
Okay.
I want to put her next to you there.
Okay.
I don't know how good she is at Photoshop and stuff like that. We can get
Learn.
her up. The point being, flea market. We have
Yeah.
got to get much more of that flea market online.
Yeah.
And then I'll rotate. I'll take her downstairs and do a bit of print party training, shop training.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I want her up there.
Cool.
So if she can.
Sounds great.
She seems competent. We'll see. We'll give it a try.
Yeah.
I'm missing all the
Yeah.
conversation here. Are they talking to Cameron?
Sorry,
Tim? I
guys.
guess. Yeah. Sorry.
When I come to Japan for the Olympics, I'm gonna come visit you guys. Come on over, Ace Man.
Olympics. It's going to be insane.
Yeah,
I'll
it
tell you,
is.
it's going to be insane.
See you in a bit.
Okay. And I think I wrote everything in those notes.
Good, long, clear notes.
Yeah, I think so. And the only things I took out of your inbox, I took out the orders. There weren't that many, but the single orders, I processed them completely, so they're in the.
Okay, so make the batch wait.
Yeah, make the normal batch for Omi.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
Are they in Omi today?
Yes, today.
Okay.
I think we have both.
Okay. Also, another thing, Jushiban.
The new one.
Where are we? What's happened? Did you talk to them in December, or did you not manage to get a hold of them?
I did call and
What was the answer? When can they do this?
I need to go check. I did make notes. I don't remember right
But
off
did
the
you
top of
talk
my
to
head.
them? Do they it's the 4th? Are they open today or not? The point being, the prints are on my desk now.
Yeah.
People have paid.
I
We have
sent
to-
them the file and everything.
Oh,
so
it is. Okay.
Yeah,
good.
yeah. It's.
And they know that this is a super rush.
I
We
think
can run
so.
over there
Yeah.
and pick it up.
When I talked with them, I said, or they said it would have to be right after the New Year. So
Okay,
now it's
yeah,
after
good.
the New Year.
Okay,
so,
please give them a
yeah.
call today to touch
Okay.
base. The thing being, that's my absolute number one top priority now.
Yeah, we need
And
to get
what we
those
may
prints
have to
out
do,
the door.
if, for example, if that comes back this afternoon, I do it this afternoon, and tonight I get on the train and take us to Omi. Or, no, Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Yeah.
Whatever, anyway, you get my point. That's number one.
Yep. Needs to be shared.
Yeah, number one top priority. Thanks.
Okay.
The Olympics, I really don't know what to think. It's supposed to be a deal, well, come to Japan and see the Olympics, but I think actually it's going to be a net negative for us, I think. The number of people coming to Japan every year now, it's on a graph that looks like this, with nothing to do with the Olympics, it's a hugely popular inbound destination now, and the growth is spectacular, absolutely spectacular. It's been held back for a number of years by lack of access from discount airlines and no hotel rooms and stuff like that. But it's now exploded, absolutely exploded. So even without the Olympics, the number of people coming year by year is staggeringly increasing. Now the Olympics is supposed to be a draw for people, but I think that actually there'll be a whole bunch of people over there who will think, boy, no way I'm going near that place while the Olympics are on. Because hotels are expensive, flights are expensive, security things are in place, streets are closed. It's absolutely difficult to get around town. Restaurants will be jammed. So I think the people who don't come, or who would have normally been here but who don't come, are going to be at least as many as the people who do come for the Olympics. So my guess, this is just a guess, we're going to see no net increase, decrease. There will just be a huge number of people here anyway. But on top of that, we're going to have huge disruptions. The police here are totally paranoid about security. Huge numbers of streets will be closed off, main streets, subway stations will be closed off for the athletes to get through. It's going to be hugely disruptive. So if I were offering my little advice, whatever, about coming to Japan, my experience based on living here, I wouldn't come anywhere near this place during the Olympics. We're going to do our part of it. We'll be here, we'll be open, of course. It'll be a big deal for us. But I sure wouldn't be a casual visitor to Japan at that time. If I wanted to see the events, if I wanted to watch the swimming or the marathon or whatever, then yeah, fine, but that's a different story. If you want to participate in the Olympics. But if you're just a general visitor, I would absolutely avoid that month. Japan has that cool, the government has the cool Japan thing, which I think is a total mistake. They're spending billions and billions of yen on it, and it's absolutely pointless. They're throwing, what's the expression? They're throwing ice at Eskimos. I know the rest of the world already loves Japan, already wants to come to Japan. They know about Ghibli, they know about anime, they know about everything else over here. They don't need the government to remind them about cool Japan. I think the government doesn't need any part of that. Spend your money on improving accommodation, getting up the Airbnb system up and running, which is really behind the scenes here, running behind here. When you say less expensive to go here, you mean airplane fares. It's a long way away from where you are, perhaps. If you're in Britain, it's easy to go to Paris or Italy or somewhere. But if you're in Britain, it's a long, long way to Japan. That can't be helped. It's physically a long way. But the tourist growth, people coming in, partly because of the low-cost air carriers, it's just staggering. The graph just looks vertical, the number of people increasing every year. This is why we opened the shop. I mean, if there's one nice, good business decision I made in my life, that was it 4 years ago, was deciding, look at those numbers, the projections, let's open a shop. I showed you that graph the other day. When we did the live print party a few days ago, on the last day of the year, I showed a graph about our own growth. You saw the graph there of the tourist growth. I think I've still got the graph in my machine here. Here we are. This was our own business. Where is it? What did I do with it? Hang on a second. Let me try and find this. Oh, I can't find it. What did I do with it? Here, I'm going to put this on the desktop. Hang on. Here we go. There's our own graph of our own income as of a few days ago, the end of December, December 31st. And the big change, 2016, middle of the bigger change is 2014. The purple section there is Asakusa. We had great revenue in 2014 from the first portrait subscription series. And what was I going to do with that revenue? It was a combination of those two things. I had the money from the portrait series ready there in the spring of 2014. We were tight for space for our printers to print. Our printers were paying too much commuting coming out from Tokyo to Ome when we looked at the tourist graphs. So in 2014 spring, the purple thing starts. That's the beginning of Asakusa there. And you can see our growth almost entirely for the next 4 years is almost all in Asakusa. The bottom one, the green, is online, which is exploding in the last couple of years. The red one is Ukiyo-e Heroes, which started to go to sleep after a few years until we woke it up with that Kickstarter campaign again. The yellow is subscriptions, and the purple is Asakusa, and the gray at the top is Patreon, and that changed our lives too. starting Patreon, using that money to pull Cameron in, and that took me away from this computer. And there we go. I have to make a new video for the Patreon people, showing them the result after their input. You know. Sesaragi, the one at the bottom, that's my own personal printmaking. The blue one, the first, all those things from 1989 all the way on, that was just me by myself. It was what we call the Sesaragi Studio. Most of that was the 100 Poets series for the first 10 years, then the Surimono albums, My Solitude, stuff like that. So the blue part is my own personal printmaking. It was starting to stagnate around 2006 or so, with the end of the bubble era here. So I started thinking about a different thing. And you can see the first green. The very first green starts there in 2006, and that's the beginning of the Mokuhankan concept, the part that you see now. I made a couple of prints with other carvers and printers and published them online. Very tiny sales in 2006, but that was the beginning of it. Then 2012, that's when Jed came along, and Jed's input, that transformed our lives. You can see from this graph. The 2012 part, the red, that's Ukiyo Heroes. That's the first Kickstarter campaign with Jed. And that's the part that changed my life, and it's why we're all here today. And it's Jed's input that created everything else you see here on the right-hand side. What am I doing here? What am I doing? What am I doing? Well, you didn't just change our lives, Jed. I think you changed your own life too, right? You were a salaryman. You worked for a company doing something, and there you are now. World famous. Now I got a decision to make. Do I hang this right now? I'd like to let it sit for a few minutes, but if I let it sit for too long, it'll stick together, and I don't know what the key is. I don't know what the key is. How long? It's 12 degrees here. How long can it sit before it freezes solid? I don't know. I'm going to try this. We're going to do the next batch of paper, and I'm going to test that now and then to see if it's starting to stick. In the meantime, I'll do this little batch. Okay, that's fine. There's only, whatever it is, 6 sheets of paper here or something. This is for a quick run. This is 8 sheets of paper. I'll do this separately. When this is done, I'll go over there. We'll try and move the camera into the next room. Meanwhile, what time is it? 8:50. I'm on duty for the first party at 10 o'clock, too. Crap. Okay, let's soften up this brush. Excuse me. Okay, let's move on. ASMR. It's funny too, because among the people in the shop yesterday, there was a bunch of them, a couple of them, who were heavy ASMRs on our channel. They had mixed feelings. They enjoy what we're doing, but they're like, Dave, put away that hammer, you know. I'm like, this is my job. I'm a woodblock printmaker. So the back side here, let me get it backwards. There won't be any show and tell today, obviously. I can't sit and do a show and tell when we're messing with this very, very cold glue. There's no way. So during the course of the winter, you'll never see a show and tell at the same time that we're doing a sizing stream. It's absolutely impossible. But I do have a very, very fun show and tell for you, which we'll try and get to over the next couple of days. I showed a little bit about it the other day, some tiny wood blocks that we got. Well, we've been investigating them a little bit more. We've tried taking some test prints from them. Yesterday during a gap when there were not too many people in the shop, I did some test proofing. So I'm going to show you some more about those little blocks, and they are stupendous, absolutely stupendous. One of the most incredible things I've seen in my life. So sometime over the next few days, tomorrow, whatever, day after, we'll have a show and tell about those, and they're incredible, absolutely incredible. There will also absolutely be another sizing stream soon. It won't be tomorrow, I don't think. I've got to get some other work done tomorrow. But over the next few days somewhere, there will be another major sizing stream. I have to get paper ready for those, what did I say? The 2 soles in twine print. Suga-san is starting the test printing tomorrow. So the next sizing stream will be in a few days. Today's Friday, maybe it'll be Sunday or Monday, I'm not really sure, I don't know. Then other jobs I've got coming up. There's the next carving project is going to start. And I don't know, as I mentioned before, I don't know what to do with the test printing on octopus. That's not something I can really do easily on a stream. I'm really not sure even how and when and where to do that. Jed's on the way, is he? Okay, Jed. Thanks, Jed. See you later, if he's not gone already. think it's okay. I don't think it's sticking together yet. I think I can get the back side of this done. So I'll get the flip side of this done, then we'll call Cameron and we'll bring him up. We'll move the camera and we'll hang up the other paper. I left that sitting up. No, good. This time, look at that. It already goes hard. What was that? 1 minute, 2 minutes left it sitting there? It starts to go hard. Doing this gluing in the winter is no fun. Absolutely no fun. Too much water. Too much water. Too much liquid. The steam here now, we've got, it's set for 55 degrees. But it's losing heat pretty fast, so it's probably 45, 50, something like that in there. Yeah, still too much. Dave, get it together here. Better. So I was getting too much water here. Now today it's here. It's a different brush. This is a much longer hair on this brush. Too much again here. I can't talk and do this at the same time. The other one was a longer brush, It has shorter hair. It's got a whole different way you move it, you know. This is a shorter brush and it's got longer hair. Here's the last sheet. You guys are watching too closely, I think. Okay, there's that batch of sheets. Retire that brush. Now we gotta hang that previous batch. Absolutely gotta hang that previous batch, or it's gonna stick together. I'm gonna call Cameron here, and we'll try and make a move to the next room. I did it myself the other day, but I don't think. Okay, you wait for a minute. Cameron, Sam, can you help me migrate to the next room, please? Which one is migration? I've got a longer, sorry, careful.
Yeah.
I've got a longer HDMI cable now.
Oh, a new one.
Well, I found the old one, the one that was lost. I found it when I cleaned out my bench, underneath my bench. I was doing a bit of cleaning up in my corner of the shop. And I found
your soji.
I didn't actually get that done. So we'll do these. This HDMI cable is now longer.
Okay.
So you and I can go first, and you can follow me.
Okay.
And your so
We'll
that's
have to get
your.
this one.
No, that's.
Oh.
You'll come out of there. Just leave that. You'll come out of
Okay.
there. And the other one's.
Do we have a place to put it in over here?
Yeah.
Yes, we do.
It's there, ready. Okay.
Yep.
Okay, we're gonna move to the next room, guys. And as usual, the main video is gonna come down because we have no battery in the camera. So Cameron's gonna unplug it. A Cameron whistle. I don't have a Cameron whistle. Okay, the main video is gonna go down. The little one will stay.
Here we go.
And just before we go, the warning: the stream may crash depending on the internet connection. If it does, I'll come back in 2 or 3 or 4 minutes. So don't panic. Let's give it a try, Cameron. Sam. Hang on one moment. I gotta get the microphone.
Who's here now?
Must be Sugar-san, the show. And we've got no camera. Sugar-san. Oh, bad timing, bad timing. Okay, no problem. Bad timing. We're gonna come through here. Hang on.
今通る。
Totally, of course it is.
もう移動するの
So,
?OK。
good morning, good morning. 明けましておめでとうございます。
おめでとうございます
Very formal New
私も
Year.
よろしくお願いし
Excuse me.
ます。
Watch out.
あ、大丈夫。
You're standing on my internet connection. Okay, let's go.
すいません。
For those of you who don't know, stream's down. We're done.
We're down.
Yeah, we're done.
よいしょ。
ちょっと待ってください。ちょっと待ってください。
大丈夫
Yeah, put yourself in there, sir.
今してください。